Hi, I'm John with Wilder Home Inspections. Today we're in my own home and I'm troubleshooting why my whole house humidifier does not seem to be working. It's the dead of winter. We feel I have dry, itchy skin, just doesn't seem to be working. Follow along with me while I troubleshoot my own humidifier and let's see if I can't fix it. Step one is find your thermostat and crank the heat up because we want to make sure the furnace is going to run. So we've done that, and you can see that's why it's giving that little signal there. I've turned it off at the switch downstairs. I'll show you where that is. So here's my furnace. Here's the service switch that I'm talking about. It's just a little switch that you'll find. I just flipped it off. But before I did that, what I was doing to troubleshoot it is here is the humidifier in question. Okay, so the air is coming down here. This is the return. And then it comes into the furnace here, and then through convection comes back up. And anyways, it comes to this tube here. Here's your damper. There's a little flap in here that goes like this, and as I turn it this way to close it in the summertime, open it in the wintertime, basically. And then anyway, so what I did was with the heat on, is there's the thermostat for the humidifier, and I cranked it up. Okay, you follow some of the wires down and you'll find your solenoid. Here it is. When I cranked it up, it clicked. This clicked here. It made a little click sound, right? But nothing's happening. Okay. So nothing is happening. What's supposed to happen is this solenoid draws water from this hose. You'll see I've disconnected. It's not usually like that. I just did that. Right? Draws the water in, and it comes up, comes in, and it comes into the top of here, trickles down through here. Any excess will drain out. I've already disconnected the hose. But excess water drains out. But what happens is the air, there's that damper I was talking about. See, close it in the summertime because it's already humid enough. We just want to add the humidity in the wintertime. So we'll flip it like that so that the air flows through, takes this water, takes it back into the return, and so it enters the system that way. So, but I'm not getting any water. As I mentioned, it's dry, we're all dry, and we've noticed this is bone dry. No water is coming out of this hose here. You can pull this little hose out. I wasn't able to get any water coming out, no signs of water. It's all dry, everything's dry. The hose is dry, everything's dry. So I thought for sure that it was this solenoid I was going to be replacing. But I tested the power. I put, I was checking for current here and such. I did that. It was receiving power. And the fact that it was clicking was receiving power. I mean, it still could have been faulty, but it was getting power. So I started unplugging water. Like, well, why isn't it getting water? Because it seems like the solenoid's working. I popped this open. There was a little bit of water and a little bit of kind of buildup in there from the hard water. I don't have a softener system in here. So you follow this back and it comes over to the water heater, and it's below here, and it was hooked into here, and I popped this off. This was up here. I popped the line off. No water came out. And then I took this down more because, and by the way, I did turn this off, as you know, you don't want the water just gushing, spraying you in the face. But look at that. That thing is plumb sealed tight. I bet you if I get that debris sediment out of there, that we will have water and a humidifier once again. So I happen to have this little tip cleaner set that I use for cleaning carburetors on lawnmowers. At any rate, you may be able to get away with the paper clip if you run into a similar situation or just something smaller. But let's try this live together and see what happens. Again, I do have the water shut off. I do expect, or at least hope, that when I poke a hole in here that water comes out. Looky there, boys. We found the problem. Well, that was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. So water was gushing out because, as I failed to mention, My water heater doesn't have an expansion tank, and these things build up a lot of pressure, which is why you should have an expansion tank to avoid these from becoming bombs. But at any rate, so I did, that was actually the water pressure that was squirting that out was the pressure that was just built up inside the tank. It wasn't down pressure from here, like I wasn't really using my head all the way. At any rate, I put this back up in there, got it in there, got it tight. In theory, if I were to open this up, we should be good. I'll do it slowly. I'm going to do it a quarter turn. I learned that from the landscaping business. You don't want to crank that open right out of the gates. Kind of let the pressure build and then open her up. So, all the way open. I'm not seeing any leaks at the moment. I'm going to hook everything back together and then we'll recap and see if I fixed my problem, but my money says that I did. I went back here, flipped the switch back to on, and then what we're gonna hear, hopefully, there goes the furnace. All right, so what we're gonna hear, hopefully, is this kicking on and finally some water coming out of that end. And it's probably gonna take a minute or so. All right, I'm going to take out the hose from here and I'm going to turn the thermostat up to try and trip this to get it to start. What do you know? What do you know? We now have a house humidifying system again. All right, as it turns out, I was able to fix my humidifying problem. I'm sorry about the video being janky. I was holding the phone with one hand and the tools in the other, and I was doing it live. You were watching me troubleshoot my system live. I didn't know what the problem was. I just knew that there was a problem and wanted to kind of document what I did to fix it, and I did fix it. So I got lucky. It tried shooting me. Did you see that? It tried shooting me. It's messed up. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Okay, gently tap the old like button there. Share it, whatever you got to do. If you're in the Kansas City area and you need a home inspector, my name's John, and I'm with Wilder Home Inspections. You can find me online. You can schedule online. You can pay online. Everything's online. So look me up. All right, until next time. Thanks for watching.